Hey you guys, my name's Jeff. Welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Have you ever heard the expression, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you? Well, I want to share with you a secret that I have learned over years of investing in the stock market that I believe will help you not get fooled by the market. So I want to tell you something. When the stock market crashed big time back in 2008, I made kind of a mistake, and I didn't even realize I was making the mistake at the time, but I thought I was gonna make a really smart move, which was I kept buying stock, and I bought a lot of it while the market was crashing. And everything I had learned up until that point was to be fearful when other people are greedy, but greedy when other people are fearful. I thought there was so much fear in the market. That fall, I remember it really well, the fall of 2008. And I just started buying, and as the market kept going down, then I would buy more. And I had a favorite stock at the time, and I thought this is an incredible company. And when the market rebounds, this stock is gonna just take off. And what I didn't realize at the time was that I didn't choose the right stock. So the company that I invested in was called Leucadia National Corporation. It has since merged with another company, it's called Jeffries Financial. But I understood the company pretty well. I'd read the annual reports. I had already been invested for a few years with the company, and it was run by two really bright guys. CEO and his partner in running the business were really smart guys, and they had a phenomenal long-term track record. And that was enough for me to have a lot of confidence that this company was gonna bounce back. It was gonna come back after the market crash, stronger and better, and I had very high hopes. But that was a mistake I made. I got fooled because the company had made some big investments, copper mine in Australia, liquefied natural gas, a blood substitute. It was some powdered form of blood that could be mixed with water and then be used by like emergency services teams, ambulance drivers, combat situations. And the idea of having an artificial blood substitute seemed like brilliant, but that didn't pan out either. Anyways, the take-home message is that Leucadia did not do as well as I had hoped. The mistake I made was I chose the wrong stock to buy when the markets were crashing. And where I got fooled was I kind of went all in on one stock during the market crash. And what I should have done was invested in several stocks. But sometimes this happens. It's, I think, easy for any investor to feel a strong attraction towards some company because you like it for one reason or another, and to think this is it, this is brilliant. What did I learn so I don't get fooled again? Well, I learned that when markets are going down, it is good to invest, but you shouldn't put all your eggs in that one basket because there's a lot of company-specific risk involved in those decisions. And I feel I would have been much better off if I had bought, either 5 different companies, for example, or, this to spread the risk across 5 instead of going all in on one, or just bought an index fund. That would have been a brilliant decision at that moment. So what I've learned from that and what I'm applying now is I'm investing every month. And I'm not gonna get fooled by one of these companies or another going down or not recovering after we get through this because, through VTI, which is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index ETF, I've got a piece of almost every company in the United States, small, medium, large. And so as the market recovers, I will participate and I will not be sitting around sucking my thumb wishing I had chosen some other stock because the one I chose turned out to be a real dog. So anyways, that was one lesson, to not be fooled. And now I'm gonna share with you the other one. This is a lesson I learned in 2020, just in February and in March when the pandemic hit. And this is great because no matter how long you invest, and I've been investing a long time, there's always new lessons that you learn. You never run out of learning experiences, and you never run out of possible ways to lose money. But I do believe that you get a little stronger with each bad experience, or with each missed opportunity. You have this opportunity to figure out what I did wrong, like how could I improve on this. So I invested when the markets crashed in 2020. I invested in March as it was going down, and I got some really good prices. I bought my first ETFs ever. I invested in VOO, the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, and I also invested in VB, which is the Vanguard Small Cap ETF. So those were both great investments. But kind of, I would say where I got fooled and was that I only had like a short period of time in which to invest, and I didn't go in big time. I put a small chunk in at different intervals, but before I knew it, the market had just kind of rebounded. I think it was by, the crash was in March. By April, May, June, market had already started to recover. Nobody really knew how long this would take. So I wouldn't say I got fooled, but I would say this year is the first year we've had market going down since 2020. I'm making sure that I continue to invest, and I'm, believe it or not, thankful that the markets have been declining pretty steadily for now 7 months, and maybe this will continue, it's hard to know. But one thing that I've learned is to appreciate markets that decline, because one thing I've learned is they don't go down forever. Just like stock markets don't go up forever, this decline will not last forever. And one day, in maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, sometime in 2023 or 2024, I'm gonna look back and say, oh, yeah, 2022, that was a great time to invest. And I don't wanna look back like I do in 2020 and go, gosh, why did I only invest for 2 months? So I just have a plan that I set up at the beginning of this year. And I just said on the first of every month, buy some VTI, just invest in it. And because I have sort of an itch to scratch where I really like in kind of researching and investigating different stocks, I also invest in a stock every month. And so that's just something that I've done. And each month I've noticed the prices for stocks have gone down 5%, 10%. And I've also noticed that the prices for ETFs have been going down every month. So do I wish that they would continue going down? Yes. But I also know they're not going to go down forever. So this is just something that I'm doing. I'm sharing with you that, yes, I have been fooled in the past. If you have never been fooled by the markets, then you are a very fortunate person, or you've just been investing for a very short time, but you will have many lessons. And the key, I feel, is to just learn something. So from the 2008 financial crisis, I learned don't go all in on one stock, no matter how much you like it, because there's a chance you'll get fooled and that company and the stock won't do as well as you had hoped. And from 2020, I learned be grateful when the declines last more than a month or two, because in the long stretch of an investing lifetime, you want to make sure you're buying when prices are cheap. Prices have become very cheap in 2022 compared to where they were a year ago. I'm investing now, and I'm thankful that I have the chance. I don't want to get fooled again. I'm real glad you stopped by to watch this. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, and that way you'll get a heads up whenever I make a new video. I'm real glad you're here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.